Good day to all. Here we have an audiovisual resource whose objective is to show the staff how to build maintenance plan interface using Microsoft Excel tools. So, four examples have been developed that can show me how to build each one differently from the previous one. Then while the goal is in the coherence and meaning of each plan, the aim is for staff to understand how to build these maintenance plans and how to correct any error that may arise while uploading them to the tool. Let's go to start first with the Facility Manager program for upload the equipments. So, the first step is just to upload the Facility Manager interface for equipment. So let's open this program, Facility Manager program, here. When the program is open, you are going to Options button and select the Import from Excel button or option to select the interface for equipments. Now, when the button open Excel, you are going to find the Excel interface for equipments. In this case, this is the Excel developed better to upload the equipment. Let's go to open. Remember, the first that the tool could plan maintenance management do is verify that all information is loaded correctly, especially the columns related to installation, related to area, related to sub area, related to equipment code, and of course his corresponding installation names, area names, and sub-area names, and equipment names. If everything is correct, then the program will give its validation, as you can see in the column validating. And we are ready to load the equipments on this solution, on this database. Let's go. Now, you can to do is use the save button here. Import finish. 338 new equipment and all updated equipment successfully. Let's see. Button OK, button exit, and we are going to display the facility structure to see the equipment. Here, this is the installation previously loaded, installation level, area level, sub-area level, equipment level, and sub-equipment level. The most important here is the correct code and name reading here. This fields doesn't have weird characters for using after in the interface of the planes, the maintenance plans inside. This is important to understand first for the maintenance plans interface too. Now that we have the equipment loaded into Facility Master or Equipment Master, you can call it as you prefer. We can start thinking about loading the maintenance plan interface using Microsoft Excel too. Let's start. First, we are looking the program for maintenance plan. The program is here, QPlan maintenance management. We are looking here, preventive configuration, and the program we are looking is here. Maint Plant Manager is calling here. And let's open. And here is the program. The button for interface is here, import from Excel. The first, and the same for the program, is looking for the file who has the maintenance plans for load. Let's begin. Remember, we have created 4 examples of how to build different interfaces to use the maintenance plan. We will take into account the examples we used and also to build even the interface with errors that could become common given the manipulation of Excel itself. So next we are going to begin our workload of each interface in order to explain each one of them. Here is the button to import from Excel. Let's look in the file, and the first file is this. Open. The program validate if there are any errors, and if they are the rows each ones are okay in the votes here and here, and everything is ready to load. Let's save, and we are going to explain first in the Excel and after in the program maintenance plant manager. Save. Import finish. One maintenance plan have been imported successfully. Remember, it's not possible to upload the file while it's open. Let's see. First, the file. Here, the equipment code, equipment name from the master of the facilities. Here, the maintenance plan code and maintenance plant name. Take into account that the first data sheet to fill must be this first. called planes in Spanish. After, you can to fill the phase code, phase name, task code, task name. Let's to see in the program how it looks in this tool. Watch this. Maintenance plans name, maintenance phase. There are two. Maintenance task who belongs to this phase, to this maintenance plan. Other task, watch, they are different. Other task assigned to this phase who belongs to the same maintenance plan. And as you see, each one of these tasks loaded has its own checklist. Here, other task, watch this. When you select this task, who belongs to this phase, watch careful, and in this checklist you can see the procedures. What is a procedure? It's the step of a step who it must follow the task to complete it. Yes, well, watch careful the expected time, theoretical, expected time, each one of these step procedures here. And you watch, this task has different procedures. Who belongs to this task, who belongs this phase, and who belongs this maintenance plan with different expected time. In fact, in Microsoft Excel, looking at the Excel file created previously, one might think that the maintenance plan is assigned to the equipment, but in reality, that is not the case. What you can see here is the test through a frequency, a type of frequency with a base date is what is actually assigned to the equipment. Another element that you could observe was in the tool, and now here is how the plane maintenance has two phases. Watch this. One maintenance plan, and this maintenance plan has two phases. One called at line level, another called at component level, for example. And each one of these phases has different tasks. This phase has the water system, gear pump, laminator tags. The another phase has hydraulic power pack, chrome rolls, and safety tags. Let's go back to the tool. Maintenance plan, one maintenance plan, two phases with this, three tasks, this other phase with other three tasks, and each one of the tasks has its own procedures. So where can I find the Excel procedures that shows the step-by-step instruction for each task? Let's go back to the Excel files. Let's go to this, and here the task has the procedures who must fill the tasks to complete the maintenance order. When it is already a preventive work order. Let's go back again. Let's see the safety task as first step and second step with the time, the expected time. Let's look the first time and the expected time, the order that you want to follow the technician when it's already a preventive work order. It's very important to point out here that all the tasks that are related on inner sheet will be here. That's it. All tasks who appears here must be appears here. Safety, chrome rolls, hydraulic power pack, water systems, gear pump, laminator, all tasks who appears here in this sheet too. A common question that might arise is, where are the tasks and procedures stored in the database saved after the load is completed? The answer is that they are stored in the procedure master for procedures and the task master for the task. So let's see. Master of procedures is this. Program procedures. Let's filter to see better. Here are loaded the procedures task. Master procedures are here, and the task in the task master. Here, this is the program task or master of tasks. Here, let's filter first. And here is the task loaded previously. Let's watch another. Let's watch. And we are going to procedures master, and let's see one or two. Code, the name, the type. The type, it's the most important data to indicate a procedure is must as mandatory to fill in the Excel interface. Let's watch in the Excel file here, and the procedure type we refer to this column, Perry tape. We will see more examples later in the another examples of interface to fill. Now let's load the following example. Remember this button, open Excel button here, and the second example. Example number 2, this one. Let's open. And everything seems to be okay. Here, remember, this column, pass or validate, will be an arise error, and noted here if the register is or have an error. Newly, let's open and load. And finally, save. Import finish. One maintenance plan have imported successfully. Okay, exit button. And here is the second example. Let's see first here in the program. This maintenance plan has two phases, extrusion phase, who belongs to this maintenance plans, another phase who belongs to this maintenance plan too. Extrusion phase has, let's see better, let's move to see better. The extrusion phase has gear pump, water system, safety, laminator, chrome rolls, hydraulic power pack, task. And let's see the thermoforming phase. And watch the difference here. Has similar task. And here where the usefulness of the phases maintenance plans comes in. It allows you to group maintenance tasks. However, the fact that this task can behave completely different from one plan to another or from one phase to another. In conclusion, the concept of the phase within a maintenance plan will or you organize maintenance task. And note even more, I am using the maintenance task previously created in the procedure master and task master because I'm also using the existing procedures. Let's watch carefully. This phase extrusion has gear pump task and it has these three procedures, and let's watch careful. The gear pump task in another phase thermoforming, and let's see the checklist. In this case, I'm using these three procedures. Now, let's see in the Excel interface how to the maintenance interface was built. So, how did we get here from Excel interface? Let's let's go. Here it is the interface Excel. Observe the following. Look at the maintenance plan. Here it is. Observe the name of the maintenance phase and observe that all the tasks and each of the tasks are repeated in both tags as can be seen. Let's see. Safety in this phase, in this plan, are the task name are the same task name, but in this phase, in this same plan. But the real difference was carefully the following is how is behaving. Watch. Frequency type monthly. Frequency value 1. But the start date of database start are different. In this date, the task will be start on complaint maintenance management. And note even more, the base dates are different, therefore they already behave differently. Watch this. These base dates are different. This one, the task is the same, but the equipment are very different. For example, note, although the task behaves differently because it belongs to different phases and is assigned to different equipments. The step-by-step process for the task is exactly the same as what we saw in the first example. So let's go back to the tool in the maintenance program and see which these equipments are assigned to. So, watch this. Extrusion phase, for example, water systems, and let's see the equipments. These equipments. And now let's go to see this phase, the same task. Thermoformer, water systems, and let's see the equipments. Extruder, with another database fixed in this case. Another way to build the interface. Let's see the following example. Open Excel. We are going to look the example. Here it is. Open it. The program validates the whole data is correct in this column. And if those rows are correct, you can save the data, upload the data. Then save. Import finish. One maintenance plan have been imported successfully. But okay. Exit bottom, and we have the following plan. And what's the following? one plan with only one phase, but all these tasks. So here we have a maintenance plan, this one, with a single phase, this one, and all the tasks are assigned to different equipments, and thus where the difference lies is the most common way to build the maintenance plan interface, especially at the begins. Look, the laminator are assigned all these equipments, battlefield, wellness, or equipments, and extruder, wellness, and let's see how the interface was built. Remember, we must start by filling out this sheet first, and then this sheet afterwards. So here we can appreciate how this single plan here, which a single phase, look at, mm, has all tasks, safety, chrome rolls, hydraulic power pods, and so on. The big difference will be from here on. This equipment, here it is, this equipment having a different start database, and different frequency type, monthly, and watch this equipment with different behavior in terms of frequency, not only frequency, and frequency type. Please watch the other equipments. For example, this little block of equipment, watch the start date, the safety, with the safety task, monthly, and watch these extruders. So, the frequency type are weekly, where each 4 weeks, and different start database. Now, we are going to review the following and last example. Let's go to load. The example is this. This is the most complex possible. If all rows are okay, let's see task, save button to load the maintenance plan. Two maintenance plans have been imported successfully. Let's see. Exit bottom, and here are the maintenance plan. In this case, with another name. In this case, this maintenance plan has 3 phases. A through, a scuff, may be related to component of the equipment, maybe. And this phase has one task. This phase has the same task, but different assignments to different equipments. Other phase with the same task with different equipments. Let's see the file. Here is the file. Let's go. So here are the two maintenance plans. One plan called grinders, another plan called service equipments. Let's go back to the program. Grinders maintenance plan and service equipments maintenance plan with other phases. Let's go to the file. For the service equipment maintenance plan has three phases: chiller's phase, cooling system phase, and compressor phase. And for example, these phases has the same task name, but watch careful the following. This safety in the phase name for chillers in the service equipment maintenance plans to these equipments are annual, each 2 years, since this database. And let's how the same task, safety, but in the cooling system phase for these equipments has different behavior at frequency type and frequency value level. H1 month, and watch even more. This task safety who are assigned to these equipment has a different behavior. Which is different here in the start date column? You can see. As you can see, I have another maintenance plan with three phases. Here, 1, 2, 3. But the same task is assigned differently to each of the phase, and therefore with a completely differently frequency and different type of frequency. Now let's go back to the solution to see. So one maintenance plant with three phases. This phase has a miscellaneous task, and this task has assigned to these equipments. Let's see. The another phase, pass-go phase, task miscellaneous, and this task is assigned to these equipments are different. And in the same way, Wasuru phase, the task miscellaneous here, and different equipments. Let's see. And let's see the phase service equipment maintenance, chiller's phase, compressor phase, cooling system. All of these phases has the safety task. And let's see the safety tasks, the equipments, both equipments for safety and cooling phase. Let's see the compressor phase, safety task, and the equipments assigned. Very different, and different star database and different frequency maybe. And chiller's phase, safety task, and another equipments. Now let's go the most important at the list of this operation for loading maintenance plan. But we have the step-by-step procedures as they were built, the procedures that perhaps in the most complex way of building this interface we are going to see. Let's go back to the interface and remember the task related here must be here in this sheet. But watch the following. Safety task and miscellaneous task. We are only to task here, then we have only two tasks here. And here we have the procedures here. Remember, we are reusing the procedures loaded previously. Here in this example, we can see the types of procedure are global, list value is another type. What is required data? Here I have included what are other types of procedures. So when the list value procedure type, you need to fill these columns here. Finally, we will use a reporting program that can help you determine if a maintenance task has been correctly assigned throughout a phase and maintenance plan. What is and where is that program? Qplan MM reports. This is the program, Preventive Release Date Report. We are opening. Let's filter in maintenance plan and let's filter, for example, this one, loaded. And you can see how the maintenance plan, the tasks are assigned to these equipments, and we have a database, star database. The first date, or let me explain better. The initial database is base date. This is the date on which maintenance plans technicians, here is the columns, execute the work order. This is the date here on which the order will be generated by the systems. This is because the order will be generated a few days before as indicated in these columns, the before days columns. So that the person in charge can keep in mind that this maintenance task will be generated as preventive work order on this date, and that it should theoretically be executed by maintenance technicians on this date. Next, we are going to delete this maintenance plan, this task, And this phase to explains a little about what the possible errors could be when using this interface. These are common errors when manipulating the Excel too. Let's let's go. Let's delete the plans previously created. Now the procedure as follows. Select the maintenance plan. If the plan was wrong, create it. For example, let's remove. Selected the plan, remove. The maintenance plan and all its dependencies will be removed. Phases, tasks, procedures, equipment, etc. Are you sure? Just bottom. Other plan, the same operation. Remove. And repeat the procedure here. Why can't this procedure be done now? Because the plans are newly created, no work orders have been generated, and these tasks and procedures have not been assigned to any other plan. We will also do exactly the same with tasks and procedures. So let's go. Maintenance, management, preventive configuration, and first procedures master. Here the program. Let's filter to delete. Here this. And let's delete each one procedure created. Remove. This action will remove this element. Check visually to make sure all fixed guards are in place. Are you sure that you want to continue? Yes. And repeat this operation. And the same operation with task masker with the task. Here are the tasks created. Remove. This action will remove this element, safety. Are you sure that you want to continue? Yes. And repeat this operation. As the idea is to look at common errors in the interface construction for better purposes and understanding, we will do so in another video. Thanks.